My name is Martine Jean. I came from Haiti. I've been here for four years, and it's been a great time.
Hi, my name is Heidi Cham. I came from Taiwan.
My name is Jihan, and I am from Turkey.
My name is Clara Rodriguez. I'm from Bangladesh.
My name is Jack, and I'm from Poland.
I came from Dominican Republic, and I'm from Honduras.
I came from Philippines.
I'm from Bangladesh.
I'm from China.
I come from Colombia.
And I'm from Russia.
I'm from Pakistan.
From Argentina.
Romania.
Ecuador.
Brazil.
Korea.
Puerto Rico.
Hong Kong.
Afghanistan.
El Salvador.
Say goodbye to your family, your homeland and your friends. A new day, a new part of life begins. Living on an airplane to see the land of dreams. Traveling through the clouds to a haze of lights below. Images like postcards, different city scenes, wondering how to fit into the flow. Say goodbye to your family, your homeland and your friends. A new day, a new place, a new part of life begins. Say goodbye to your family, your homeland and your friends. A new day, a new part of life begins. A new day, a new part of life begins.
Dile que lo tengo los ojos gato.
My name is Lorena Fuenaro. I'm 19 years old. I have been in America for 1 year and 6 months. I'm from Romania. And in English class in the school, I did the box, which is represent me, and then also my dream. So I can start with my box, what is representing. I say the name is the American dream, the $sign, and the computer. That means I wanted to have a good job, and then also I love computer. Because in my country, we don't have a computer. So for me, it was something new when I came here, and then I work with the computer.
Something that we're both between two countries. And she has her country.
Romania, right?
Yeah.
Idea of the American dream, myth or reality, was to try to get a way of handling this country, a way of looking at this country. They talk about their own immigrant experience, what it was like leaving their country, arriving at this country, what are their dreams, hopes, aspirations. I wanted them to talk to their families and find out what were their hopes and dreams. How does the dream of what they'd find here sit next to the reality?
I have it here, the picture of New York. This kind of thing, like this, I see New York in Romanian because I cannot see it, because it was the first time when I came here. So like this, I see New York in Romanian. And then like this, it's close to my neighborhood. So for me, New York, it was very different than I thought it is.
The lotto, New York lotto, is an American dream, right? If you have a lot of money, you can do anything, you know. You can buy this car. This is my American dream.
Leadership project on Thursday.
Okay, that's what I meant. That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to join. It's great. I think that's one of my dreams. I want to go to Army.
This is oh, that's right. You were talking about your future. Okay. And this is what do you plan to do in the future?
To buy a house, to traveling the whole world.
I don't think you can teach kids well if they don't relate what they're learning to their own experience. And the major experience in these kids' lives is immigration at this point. They all immigrated as teenagers, which is a years of turmoil to begin with, and then to move across countries And in most cases, in over 70% of the cases, our kids have separated from one or both parents in the course of their immigration experience. It's a tremendous trauma. The second thing is precisely because of that trauma, if they don't transcend that, if they don't understand their own anger and their frustration and their sadness as well as joy in that, they can't move forward. For some kids, it's actually a block to learning English. They are so angry at having been forced to come here. In very few cases, it was their choice. It was their parents' choice. It's not like they had the dream of coming to America. It was their parents' dream to get a better life for them. And for many kids, it was not a happy experience.
Coach, Bishme, Vuchenye. How's that? No good? Originally, when we first started working on this particular class, which is now called the Structure of Language, it was a very traditional class in English grammar where kids did lots of exercises and kinds of things that a native speaker of English would do or a student learning English as a second language would do, and they were bored out of their mind. I have a real interest in linguistics and contemporary grammatical models and that sort of thing, so when I took it over, I decided, well, let's see, these kids can do physics, they can do advanced mathematics, why can't they try their hand at contemporary linguistics and see what they can do? And I thought the only way to do this is to capitalize on the information that they've already got, which is a lot of native language proficiency. So I told them that I would help them to learn or help them to figure out the structures of English if they would agree to try to figure out how the same structures work in their own language. In Urdu. Wait until they're ready. Please. You ready? No. Ready? Ready, my friend. आज का दिन बहुत खूबसूरत दिन है.
आज का दिन what?
आज का दिन बहुत खूबसूरत दिन है.
That's too long.
Rather than looking at bilingualism as just using your first language to learn history and mathematics and so on and so forth, we basically say you use your first language to help you in everything, and that is including the learning of English.
Peter Piper picked a peck of picked peppers. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers? Peter Piper picked.
All right, not bad. Oh, man. Okay, can you give us the tongue twister in Chinese?
Let me sing. 和尚端汤汤上塔，塔滑汤洒汤烫塔。
All right, sir, give us one in Thai.
In Thai เธอไปแล้วก็เริ่มจะฟุ้งซ่านยุ่งอยู่คนเดียวจนวิ่งไป8 ด้านอย่าไปถามว่าไม่เชื่อ
How about Spanish? Do we have any in Spanish?
Pablito, clarito, que clarito la abra.
I want you to get into groups of your own choosing, of any size, and then just kind of take your chairs and move them so that you are together in a circle with the people in your group. Remember, they can be any size and, you know, anyone that you want to be with. So, any questions? On your mark, get set, go.
We need convenient paper.
You're getting. Yolene, don't take up too much time.
Okay, I got it. Who's gonna draw it?
How did you decide that you wanted to choose this particular group?
This is not necessarily who's good, who's bad, but just take a look at the makeup of your group.
We are Hispanics.
Say that with pride.
We're all Hispanics.
not to brag or anything, but like my friends here just say we're the best mixed. Well, not sort of because we don't have any Latinos, but if you look at it this way, we have a lot of different kinds of groups, of ethnic groups in our group.
Because, you know, before we start the group, we said, like, oh, my God, we're Hispanic. What is this? So someone said, like, oh, we should call an Asian. But we saw, like, oh, the Chinese. So we're like, okay, they're over there in this group. So, you know, let's just say like that. I was planning to go over there, you know. But then, you know, I'm okay here.
This group is predominantly European. This group is predominantly Hispanic. Is that necessarily bad? I mean, you're acting as though you did something wrong. As a matter of fact, Doogie said over here that his group's probably the best because it was the most integrated.
No, that's not true. It's not true.
Then tell me what is true.
When you said it right, everyone just go into a group, no matter what, just go into a group, right? You didn't say make sure it has like people from different countries. You didn't say make sure it's from different backgrounds, whatever. And what people did, just look at each other, and that's it. They just went into a group, right? And now all of a sudden, everybody's getting this kind of diversity thing.
Yeah,
like you feel like you have the fault for not choosing someone from another place just because, you know, let's say we're all Hispanic. I didn't say let's all Hispanic come together. I just look at the people and we just eye contact, and that was it, you know.
There's another thing. There's another thing. Sometimes when you get when somebody starts talking to people from other countries or like that, our own groups start to reject us. They start like making fun of us and all that, you know. What are you doing with that, people?
Yeah.
I even do it, you know.
I do remember 2 years ago, at the beginning, I was very quiet and very Chinese, you know. But 2 years ago, I started to change. I started to hang out with those European people, you know. Okay, like not Chinese, you know. But when I start to hang out with them, and you know, sometimes I just kiss goodbye and kiss say hello, but Chinese people got those problems. You know, I don't know, they just start saying something bad about me.
Colombian people especially started calling me Polaca, like Polish. Oh, you're white, you're trying to be a white girl and this and that. Look at the way you dress, the way you talk, the people you hang out with. And once I was with him and they started saying, oh, Polaca, and he's like, yeah, she's Polish and white. What's the big deal about it? I think there's people being ignorant.
I don't like to hang out with Polish people only because I got bored of it already. I'm Polish. And no, seriously. No, I'm not saying that it's not cool. It's just that I'd rather be like with Hispanic and Romanians and Chinese because I like the other cultures. It's just different for me. I like change. I don't like to be Polish all the time. Polish, you know, the same kielbasa or whatever, same sausage and stuff.
No, don't touch that. Hold up my hand. My hand. My hand.
Okay, yeah.
Hold up my hand.
You want to belay or you want to climb?
This one.
Oh, you want to climb this one? What about that one? You don't want to climb that one? Okay.
If you take your eye off that person that's climbing, something could happen in that split second, and they could have a nasty fall before you stop them. You cannot take your eye off the climber. Okay? All right, continue. A person will ask a person to fall from a height, and the whole group will have to catch that person. And that's a big issue with a lot of kids, because most kids these days do not trust anybody. So it takes a lot for them to be able to trust the entire class. We believe that all this that happens in the gymnasium, that it carries over into the classroom. They're able to work better in groups in the classroom. They know each other a lot better. They're more comfortable with each other, and they can trust each other. Just go for it, man. You can do it. I got you. Don't worry about that. Around the other side. Good, Al. That's it. Ready? Come on, you can do it.
So let's see where everybody's sitting today.
No. You did a good job of making us angry, and I think I was angry, not because of the culture and stuff. I just want to say I was angry because that question was raised, and the question of where we sit and
who is sitting next to me. That's why I was angry at.
I just have one thing to say to teachers. Don't pick a subject like this again.
Yeah.
That's it.
We're not used to be like, you know, sharing this type of things.
You feel scary?
No, not scary, we feel mad though, you know.
There was some kind of feeling of guilt from ourselves, you know. As soon as they said, why are you sitting only Hispanic? Why are you sitting only European? You already were looking like, oh my God, what did I do?
If we wanted to sit with a certain group, what does it matter? We're still different. It's not that we're like, everybody's different. So what's the problem? Why are you so like insecure just because of diversity? You're so caught up in this thing of diversity that you're finding fault for yourself, that you're blaming yourself. You have to be diverse. It's not an obligation. It's something that just happened naturally. So why are you feeling guiltiness for something that we didn't do anything wrong?
People get close with those that they are closer to, with those that have something in common. And in the world, the point is not to be friends with everybody, but to have the same respect for everybody, and I think we have that in the school.
These are the kind of discussions that we should have, things that are true, things that we feel, and not always the truth is so nice. Most of us are people who just came from our countries, people who don't know any other culture but ourselves, and the way we separate is nothing compared to people in other schools. You know, that they even fight, they are very closed up. And we that we don't have any kind of major American influence, we start to meet other people. And we give up some things and we learn from others. Jedziesz na wycieczkę? Jedziesz na wycieczkę?
Ty jedziesz na wycieczkę? O, czy na wycieczkę? Ty jedziesz? A ty jedziesz?
No. Nie.
Dlaczego?
Nie.
Dlaczego?
Dlaczego? Bo?
You want to keep extra large?
No, I'm gonna take the red one.
Here we had the International High School, and there are many ways to read it. The first way is nobody can stop us from being an international high school. And the other way is nobody can stop us from being a united for a better tomorrow.
Кто верит в Магомета, кто в Аллаха, кто в Иисуса, кто ни во что не верит, даже в черта назло всем. Хорошую религию придумали индусы, что мы, отдав в конце, не умираем насовсем. Милость ввысь, душа твоя родится вновь с мечтою. Но если жил ты, как свинья, останешься свиньёю.
Oh my God. You can. A minus.
All right.
Now let's see our.
I think it's very, very important for immigrants to learn about American history in the way that we are teaching it, so that they can really have an understanding of how did we come to society as we know it today. We were looking at the struggle for equality for all people within this country, multicultural, the history of the cultures of the different people, the dignity of the different people. And the dilemma is that this is an ongoing struggle for them to be, for everyone to be included.
Who will be the conscience of America?
That's really the idea of the song that they wrote, The Conscience of America, that it's very easy to forget and to just take care of number one unless we really act as a conscience for each other.
Different answers. Can you blame us if we're still confused? This is a story of glory and pain, of the spirit of liberty so hard to contain, of a revolution that never ends, but is so very hard to maintain. We come to America, we thought we got fame, but we ended up with nothing to gain. Now we fight for our rights, so our lives will change, but the memory of injustice will always remain. Who will be the conscience of America?
I had always had a fantasy of a history class where history would come alive. The first half of the class, students were engaged in research. Then The second part of the cycle, students took this information and they turned it into drama, they turned it into theater, and they wrote monologues. One student wrote a monologue about being a Native American.
I'm a Native American woman. My name is Lame Deer, and it's a year after the Little Bighorn battle. No. I can't stop it. I can't get it out of my mind. I still see the bodies laying on the ground with blood all over them. I still see the women running, screaming for their lives, trying to save their children. And the poor little babies, not even knowing what was going on. Huge horses rushing at me. No! What is it that these people want? Why do they hate us so? Why would they kill all of us?
What's America? Is America a big bowl of soup full of all these different cultures, people from all over the world, and they become American? Or
It's a salad and
is it a salad?
If you're gonna put it that way, it's the two things together.
Participation in government, PIG, it becomes a base for dealing with societal issues that are important to them. We start out the whole course by creating a platform, the PIG Party platform, and they pick the issues that they want to delve into. You know, whether it's AIDS or racism or homelessness or urban fiscal problems, or spend a lot of time on the school issues. And they take it from there. They do individual and group projects and try and they set up contracts with themselves and with myself on what they want to learn and how they're going to learn it.
America doesn't have one culture. Like Spanish, like, you know, some kind Spanish got their own, Tonans got their own. Everybody got their own culture, but Americans don't. America is a bunch of blending up and down. You know, immigrants all over the world.
What they're saying is that we should all blend and become Americans. Okay? I'm saying that we should all be different. I'm Russian, you're Spanish, right? But we are loyal to Americans, and we do respect because we live here. You're respected.
I think that if you want to be the same way that you are all the time, not to forget about your own culture, what you do is stay in your country. That's the only way you're going to remember. And if you want to come to America, America is here for everybody to blend in together if you want to. If you don't, you stick with your own people.
That's right.
That's right. So you're saying that you came here, you don't speak Polish, you don't read Polish books, you don't have Polish friends?
No.
The students sometimes are, that's all they want to talk about is other people's, is their cultures, and they're always making comparisons and disagreeing with each other, and I often think that they tend to be generalists, and they look for like not generalists but universalists, and they look for like a universal truth, and that's why they are always they love talking and feeling each other out for it, but they kind of go around in circles sometimes because they're trying to find one single truth, and they get frustrated because they can't find one answer.
Wait, chill out. Calm down. This is, calm down. All right. First of all, you can have both of them, I mean, if you're going to have a child, you still could teach them your values, your culture. If they want to learn from somebody else's culture, it's fine. Look at the school. It's a good example. We learn from each other.
I certainly hope that we are creating a new kind of American. In our school, both in the classroom and in the hallways, what we try to do is we try to afford our students positive experiences with people from other groups. The students come in reflecting all the various prejudices of the larger society, and as well they should, they are part of that society, and also their own lack of experience with other groups. And then what we try to do here in this school is, by having them working in groups, by having them share their cultures, by having them run for student government as part of multi-ethnic slates. What we try to have them do is to get to know each other as human beings, so that they can get past, well, I speak this language and you speak that language, but they can learn that language itself doesn't have to be a barrier.
Before you can reach out and understand and appreciate people from different backgrounds, you have to have a very strong sense of self and appreciate your own culture and heritage. And I suspect in the larger society that's part of the dynamic we're seeing, and you see it mirrored here in microcosm. While students do in fact develop multicultural awareness and appreciation, as you walk through the school you can see small groups of students from the same background hanging around together, enjoying one another's company. And what we've demonstrated, I believe, is that that does not preclude then being able to reach out to the larger community, and in fact may be a prerequisite to being able to do so.
Probably our kids are more citizens of the world by the time they graduate here, because not only are they dealing with looking closely at the piece of the world that they know best, the countries that they've come from, and looking at how that is reflected back into their American experience, and they're always comparing and contrasting, then looking at where they're going to go after this experience, that also is unusual.
I've seen hundreds of students from all over the world come through this school and leave far more respectful, far more respectful of diversity than they came to us, and far more appreciative both of the unique contributions they can make and those that others from different backgrounds can make. So based on what I've seen here, I've got tremendous hope for the future.
Change is coming, can't avoid it, it's happening every day. Feelings, bodies, ideas changing in many different ways. The world is changing, turning round like winter turns to spring. All the time, and to us all, change is happening. Coming to America, there's a new language that I hear. Different words, a different way of living I find. New foods, new smells, a new pace of life. Old friends and family members have all been left behind. Change is coming, can't avoid it, it's happening every day. Feelings, bodies, ideas changing in many different ways. The world is changing, turning round like winter turns to spring. All the time, and to us all, change is happening.